period in this sport, and we can only hope that there is another golden period coming up in the next few years, but that challenge begins now. 4 times these two teams have faced off against each other. The home side has always won, but truly good teams win away from home as well.
Absolutely right, Pulasta. And again, I mentioned before, Kyrgyz Republic have the opportunity. They can hurt India. India will be a little wary of what this Kyrgyz Republic side brings tonight. But then again, you've got Sandesh in the backline over there alongside Akash. Absolutely. And on the other side, you've got Pritam as well to help.
Chhetri, of course, with a lot of experience. When he first scored against this side, it was his 5th goal, Robin. If he scores tonight, it will be his 85th. Talk about longevity.
Sunil Chhetri is the example of exactly that. From 5th to 84th, he will want to have his 85th, and if I may jump forward, 86th.
New faces do come in, not just for India but also for the Kyrgyz side. Crestinin keeps 7 players in the 11 from the game against Myanmar, where they were made to run and huff and puff. But they did keep going on until the end. They did lack experience. So in come Magomed, number 6, and Bekzan at left back. Alexander is at right back. That allows Ulu Zirgalbek, the most threatening player, to go up into a more attacking position.
He was surely threatening in the previous game, and tonight they need a goal, and they need a goal quick. And that is one reason why they've gone.
Only Akash Mishra keeps his place in an otherwise completely changed backline, with Pritam, Sandesh and Anwar coming on. Brandon and Suresh also get a start, and Sunil Chhetri has scored 5 times in the last 6 games at home. The minute silence for Tulsidas Balaram, the quintessential Indian football story. From rags to riches on the field of football, at least, and what he gave to this country. Long may his memory inspire the next generations. So the Kuman Lampak is nearing 25 years of completion. And it is fitting that the Indian national team plays here for the first time in a region which has produced a remarkable number of players for the side. And Igor Stimac knows the importance of coming to Manipur and putting on a show.
And behind him, the crowd has been absolutely phenomenal. If I thought the first or the second game had numbers, tonight it looks packed. Not a seat in the house available.
Not a gap among all the seats. Tonight will be a test of squad depth, of ability, and it will tell Stimac what his side can possibly build on as the nation looks ahead to January's Asian Cup. And a win for India will mean that they will get 5 in a row at home for the first time since 2016-17. Off we go. Pritam Kotal on the ball, nearly 300 days after he last made an appearance in these colours. That was a victory against Cambodia. Chhetri got a couple of goals in June last year. But overall, an important test, even for the midfield. Young and also very energetic. And talking about energy, Akash Mishra, we did think he would keep his place. One of the only players who is almost guaranteed to play in his position.
And why not? He's been very consistent throughout the season. In the last game as well, He was consistent. Can he do better tonight? Yes. Will he want to do better tonight? Yes.
A wayward throw from Akash. And lest we forget, Kyrgyz Republic also a strong side. Even though they suffered against Myanmar. Against India, it might be a different story. At the same time, there's a point to prove. Krestinin very unhappy after the game. His body language just giving away the fact that he was simply not satisfied with what he was seeing from his side against Myanmar.
And as he should be. We know from the game that we did against the Indian team and Myanmar, they are a compact side. They are a side that troubles you, and Kyrgyz Republic had to learn that the hard way.
A tug on Anirudh Thapa. He was shining against Myanmar as well. Created 4 scoring chances.
And got onto the score sheet as well. And in this game, he's got us the first free kick as well of the game.
We did discuss about set-piece takers. And that evening you mentioned maybe Brandon, if he was involved. Now he is, and he is on top of this.
It's a brilliant headache for any coach to have when you've got set-piece takers with the likes of Brandon and Anirudh Thapa on the pitch.
In it comes, and Tokutayev had to go up and punch it clear for a corner.
A dangerous delivery from Brandon Fernandes, one of the many that we'll see throughout this 90 minutes or more. The goalkeeper coming out there.
Pritham Kotal was the target man. Always takes that far post. That means Jhingan can be somewhere in the middle, around the 6-yard box to put in more pressure. Quick discussions about what set-piece routine will be used. Brandon on the ball. In it comes, easily defended by Ali Kulov, who is one of the shortest players on the pitch, in fact.
With the set-piece routine, it gives us the opportunity to send the likes of Jeeksin, Sandesh Jhingan, Pritham Kotal to an extent, and obviously the danger man Sunil Chhetri in the box as well. India will want to capitalize on these opportunities as soon as possible. And we've got Sahal waiting on the bench. This is also a sign from Igor Stimac that you might not be on the team today, but make sure you're ready when the opportunity comes.
Sahal was ready. He has mentioned about squad depth, Stimac, not just in the striking department, but also in the attacking midfield department. The likes of Brandon, who often plays down the left, but he needs someone at that number 10. He does wear that jersey, but Thapa probably might take that position tonight.
Again, as I mentioned, it's a great headache for a coach to have when you've got 2 creative minds on the pitch and on the ball at points.
Oof, that was a robust tackle from Suresh.
One of the reasons why he's been brought onto the team as well. We know Jeeksin can break down attacks, but tonight India will not want Kyrgyz Republic to get on the ball and get comfortable on the ball and hurt them, whether it's through balls or counter-attacks.
Changte and Pritham looking for that channel ball, cleared away by Kozubayev. Kozubayev and Akhmatov keep their place in the heart of the Kyrgyz defense, the 2 centre-backs, but the right back has been changed, the left back has changed, but what that does is allows Zirgalbek to go forward. We have to wait to see how that pans out. Akash Mishra with pace to burn, but a fine challenge from Akhmatov.
That's a great ball down the wing, and we will see this throughout the game. Akash Mishra bombing on forward, getting those crosses in. We know he's dangerous, but Anwar Ali also brings that composure and vision to supply the balls to Akash Mishra.
Just a throw in on that occasion. Akash. Alexander gets a touch. Cleared away. He was under pressure from Akash Mishra again. And now Ernest. Quick on the turn. The target man didn't have any joy in that game against Myanmar. Was quickly replaced as well at half-time.
this is his opportunity to prove himself and why he deserves to be on that lineup. He will also want to have a better game than the last one. You know, forget the previous game really quickly and do a better job, and hopefully, if possible, get his team a result tonight, the one that they truly need.
We talk about youth in the India setup. The Kyrgyz Republic midfield trio, an average age of just 22. A 21-year-old, a 22-year-old, a 23-year-old. And they also wear those jersey numbers, just around those numbers. So it is a young midfield. It is a young midfield battle on the pitch as well, which the Command Lampak will appreciate. Air ball. Zirgalbek. Akash gets a stud in. And Brandon's ball was slightly risky. Zirgalbek steps in. No way out though.
Brandon with a long touch or a heavy touch over there, getting himself into trouble. Akash Mishra also into trouble. They will want to make sure, if these mistakes are made, keep it as far away.
Ali Kulov, that's a good block from Anwar Ali. Important night for Anwar Ali as well, and Sandesh. So many see them as the most potent centre-back partnership.
You've got the experience of Sandesh Jingan on one side and the youth and hunger, if I may say, of Anwar Ali on the other side next to him. And that experience that Sandesh brings will do him a world of good.
Shukurov's ball. Kept in play by Erbal. Has to turn quickly though. As T-Much speaking about when to press, the trigger has to be right. Shukurov on the reverse for Zirgalbek. Akhmatov. And that's gone nowhere.
As you mentioned, Pulasta, Igor Stimac will want his side to be compact, will want his side to hurt Kyrgyzstan on the counter. Someone that you could use on the counter is the Flash, Udanta, who's here amongst us in the crowd today. Good to see him here supporting the Indian side.
Some players enjoying an off-season before they join their clubs again. The Hero Super Cup challenge is coming up in a couple of weeks. That should give players another opportunity to impress T-Much, get their name into that shortlist. Suresh, meanwhile, easily beaten away by Shukurov. Alexander slightly overplaying. Good interception from Akash. Here's Brandon. Recovers Anwar on time.
Brandon on the ball there looks pretty confident. We've seen him play somewhat of a winger's role at his club level. I'm sure Igor Stimac has also seen it, and that is one of the reasons why we see the creative Brandon Fernandes on the wing today. We'll have to see, does that bring fruit to this Indian side?
Chetri, half his shots were on target in the game against Myanmar. One brilliant goal, a flick of his right boot, disallowed from an offside decision. That in hindsight was an incorrect call. T-Much's demand is for the crowd to be with the team throughout the 90 minutes. That's what he was talking about. Hopefully he's impressed by what Imphal has produced in this game so far. Just 10 minutes though, long way to go.
Igor Stimac did want the crowd behind him, and today, from what I can hear, I can definitely see them be louder and prouder for the side. I'm sure Stimac will be happy.
Great ball forward for Chante. Goes down to his left, sets up Thapa, it's overhit. just needed some more composure.
It did. It's a great crossfield ball. We know Changte has pace to burn. He gets it under control. Great communication between him and Anirudh Thapa. Anirudh Thapa just gets a bit too underneath it. Maybe just a little caress for Sunil at the second post.
But that's where you want Changte running down that wing, one-on-one with the fullback.
Changte with pace like that is any fullback or defender's nightmare.
Well won by Shukurov again. Zirgalbek trying to step in, and it does really create a nuisance in opposition defense. Zirgalbek with his pace, his running and his tenacity on the ball again.
Pritham might have his hands full tonight, but this is an opportunity for Pritham as well to prove why he deserves to be in the starting 11 of this national side. We do know he'll come from a lot of confidence from the Indian Super League season.
Zirgalbek, that's a good ball forward towards Ali Kulov, just spun away from him. Great pass a few moments earlier from Suresh, breaking the lines. Chhetri couldn't control that one. He could on that occasion. Changte again. And you can hear the roar of anticipation grow. This time no way out past the left back Peksan.
That's well defended by Peksan. Kept his eye on the ball with Changte's quick feet. Changte will want to do that over and over again throughout the game and get his opportunities as soon as he can. Get the ball for Sunil, who's waiting in the box.
Jeekson's ball forward towards Sunil Chhetri. And quickly taken. That was clever. India will keep up the pressure with a corner.
And Sunil will be ready to do this all night. He'll want to catch the centre-back pairing asleep. We know he's ready. We know he wants to score. Maybe tonight's the night to get a couple more goals for the Indian team.
Brandon's corner. Sunil Chhetri did go for that. He's saying it was not his final touch. Goal kick only though.
A very dangerous ball whipped in towards Sunil Chhetri on the second post. He says he didn't get the last touch. Maybe he did from my side.
Also confirming that with the Kyrgyz Republic defender Sunil Chhetri. Just approaching the 15-minute mark. Robin, both teams not giving enough space to each other. But this game does seem like it can open up any moment. One pass is all it'll take.
And that is true. Kyrgyz Republic need that goal as soon as possible. India, on the other hand, are okay with the draw. So they're sitting back, they're sitting compact and no-nonsense defending that we've already seen from the likes of Pritham. We've got two holding midfielders, if I may call Jeekson and Suresh that. So it is a compact setup, a somewhat defensive setup. When I say somewhat, I mean because there's Anirudh Thapa and Brandon on the pitch as well.
Suresh and Jeekson also part of those Asian Cup qualifiers in Kolkata where they were standout players. Thapa now joining the side after suffering from niggling injuries over the past year. Seems fit and fine and raring to go. And you can see that from his body language as well. Simply cannot wait to step onto the pitch. Ali Kulov on the ball. Pritham slightly clumsy on the first occasion. Gets the ball on the second one.
Pritham doing very well there to get the ball. Missed on the first one, but definitely made sure that the second time or the second ball is his.
Not easy to adjust, Robin, when you've been playing centre-back throughout the domestic league season and then you have to step in at right back. It's not like he's a foreigner to that position, but it's been a while since he has played there on a consistent basis.
But with that being said, modern football, you got to adapt to the positions you're put in and adapt quick. And Pritham's a prime example of that. You put him into centre-back, he does a good job. And an example of a full-back's duty, he did that there very well.
And given that Akash Mishra does play on the other side, do you think it means that Stimac is not forced but more prone to playing a slightly more defensive-minded fullback on the right side? Because Akash Mishra bombing up the pitch, it's always going to be slightly lopsided. You did mention modern football. That is how it works at times.
It does work that way for sure, but at the same time you've got the likes of Roshan who's on the bench, and it's Pritham's spot to keep or to lose, because he does have the likes of Roshan who will be wanting that spot, who will be chasing that spot. So this game, this tournament is an opportunity to cement your spot in the squad itself.
Roshan, of course, two-footed, technical, can play on both sides, surely more comfortable down the left. But Rahul Bheke also waiting in the wings. He got that start against Myanmar. He will argue he also deserves the assist for that Thapa goal.
Stimac will also use this game, this tournament, as an opportunity to check his depth for the Indian national team squad. He's got a mix of youth, a mix of experience, and if the players want it, the spot is theirs.
Suresh. Nicely done between Suresh Cheekson and Pritham. And the exchange continues, and it involves Chhetri now. Looking for Thapa. First task is to bring it under control and down on the turf. Now Suresh. Anwar Ali bundled over. Free kick to India.
That's very confident play from the whole Indian side. You could see almost everybody involved in that attack on the right wing, from the through ball or the lob ball to Anirudh Thapa, who does very well to keep it in, keeping it composed and playing it around in the midfield. Confident play by the Indian team.
Up go the chance in the stands as Chhetri picks up the ball initially and then leaves it to Brandon. You hardly ever see that happening. Can't put it past Brandon to hit the target, do some damage from this kind of range. A distraction from three blue shirts. "25 to 30 yards out." Brandon Fernandes goes for goal and Tokotaev beats it away.
Brandon Fernandes, we know he can hit them, right? We've seen him do it throughout the season. This was another opportunity. Maybe, if I have to nitpick, in the corner maybe.
Thapa's ball in. Anwar just lets it run out of play. It was quickly taken.
Yeah, as I was saying, if it had to be nitpicked, maybe a little more pace, a little more towards the top corner, and we could have a brilliant goal by Brandon Fernandes. But nonetheless, another opportunity. India looked dangerous on set pieces, as I've mentioned before.
Pritham's header to Shukurov. Kyrgyz Republic not allowed to dominate midfield. Suresh. Nutmeg. Cheekson.
Suresh looks very confident on the ball. That nutmeg is a prime example of the same. We know he's got an engine that will go up and down throughout the 90 minutes, but it is his job to get the ball to the likes of Brandon, Anirudh Thapa, who's playing brilliantly in the hole, and also Sunil Chhetri.
does make a massive difference when you're playing alongside a midfield partner you have trained with since the age of 15 or 16. Suresh and Jeekson, part of that under-17 World Cup squad, which is now 6 years ago. Time has flown past. Those two have made the midfield their own. And that is why there was excitement all those years ago to have that World Cup in India. Brandon's free kick, of course, some time ago. But, Robin, that was the reason why there was excitement, because you wanted to see those players graduate into the senior setup.
And they're both integral parts of the clubs that they play for, but at the same time now when they play together, you do see that communication, you do see that confidence between the both of them. From the Myanmar game when Suresh came on, Jeekson himself looked a lot more confident on the ball, playing those 1-2s around the opponent's box.
They've also beaten away competition from Apuya, who is not part of this camp, but he will be knocking on the doors. He's got the technique as well. He wants to force himself into the team as well.
Yes, there's the likes of Apuya, and if you look at this camp, there's Rohit Kumar on the bench as well, who could also want and earn his opportunity tonight.
Great weight on that. Chante. Past Peksan. Just got a toe onto that ball in. Thapa trying to turn. Shielded with ease. Kyrgyz Republic simply cannot get more than a couple of moments on the ball, and that is testament to how India have played so far in these opening 20-odd minutes.
And also, credit where credit's due. Igor Stimac said he has a game plan, said he will have his trigger points, especially in the midfield. And we can see that right away. Every time India lose the ball, they want to get it back as soon as possible.
Kirstinen more vocal tonight on night number 1 in India. He was more quiet. That's the reason the free kick was given. Questions being asked about the Kyrgyz Republic and whether the progress they were making a few years ago has faded a little bit. This game can provide an answer. Shukurov past Brandon and into the box, just not allowing him to make that challenge. Gurpreet with the big stretch.
First time Gurpreet's been called into action as well.
Akash, nicely done. There was no one waiting on the wing though. Brandon was coming back from chasing down Shukurov on the opposite wing. Alexander over the top for Zirgalbek. Akash Mishra with raw pace again.
Left, Chante up! Left, up!
That's a good pass.
Kyrgyz Republic finally getting some time on the ball, wanting to move it from left to right. But then again, as you mentioned a minute ago, the likes of Akash Mishra, any ball that gets paced through, will want to kill it as quickly as possible with their pace.
Not throwing anything different at India, the Kyrgyz Republic. It all looks very measured. It all looks very doctored. The patterns are easy to predict.
There has to be a moment when Kyrgyz Republic have to do the unpredictable, because as of now, as you just mentioned, India know what Kyrgyz Republic has to offer and are cancelling it out very well.
Alikulov past Pritham, can't get past Sandesh, and India have a free kick.
Sandesh Jhingan doing what he does best, making sure that nothing goes past him. You can see over here, watching the ball completely.
Trying to mix it up as well, India. We've seen some combination play in midfield where they've kept it down and played it into the feet. But then suddenly there's that long ball towards Changte, towards Sunil Chhetri, who's very good at winning those flick-ons. Alexander. That one's gone out of play, but there's a shade of the danger that the Kyrgyz Republic can produce.
There was space available behind Akash Mishra. Then again, good communication from the Kyrgyz Republic. But then again, the final ball, the final product is what has been missing. They do get to the line. They do get in front of the goal. But then there's no end product.
Massive Indian support just behind Gurpreet alongside those stands. In the second half, India will be attacking at that end. And when the team walked out just to check the pitch, the surface, and then eventually to warm up, it was absolutely electric. Kickoff was at 6 p.m, but it was a football festival from around 4:45, 4 p.m. Stands were almost brimming. Ernest with the header. Easily dealt with by India again. It's been a good year for the Kuman Lampak. The Durand Cup came here as well. It all started off with the Imphal derby. And there were fans in every game that was played here. They like watching their football. There were fans even for Kyrgyz Republic against Myanmar. Ali Kulov was brought down. Free kick, easy decision.
Quick feet there by the Kyrgyz Republic. And Pritham gets on the yellow card. On a yellow card as well, beg your pardon. Confident player, Kyrgyz Republic, and they won a kick in a very, very dangerous position.
So now a tester. Pritham already on a warning for a blatant foul. Interesting little huddle, which will surely break apart when the free kick is taken by Shukurov. Thapa pinned back by both the centre-backs. Shukurov's take. That's gone out of the box as quickly as it came in. Kozubayev's early ball did not work out. Good defending though from India.
Great defensive header by Sunil Chhetri as well. Got a hard header on it. Wanted to create a counter-attack. A little wayward.
Again clumsy. And this time Suresh's challenge on air ball.
India have to be careful over here. As much as India has scored off set pieces, they've also conceded a fair amount of set pieces. This was the earlier set piece where Sunil got his header in trying to create a counter-attack.
Half an hour gone and the Kyrgyz Republic are yet to have a shot on target. India have attempted a couple. One of them has troubled the keeper. KG tight opening half an hour. Shukurov and Magomed onto this. Air ball will walk away. Magomed went for the shot. Gurpreet had that covered. He knew that it was going wide.
Great shot over here, but just a little off target. Gurpreet watched it all the way, but these are the opportunities that India have to cancel out. These set pieces could get dangerous.
Anwar going long. Straight to Tokotayev. Interesting how these two teams have approached this game. The Kyrgyz Republic, the higher ranked team, but both the head coaches mentioning that the rankings do not tell you the full story. And it does seem like India are on the rise, at least from what we have watched so far at the Kuman Lampak.
And I couldn't agree more. The numbers are there to be broken, numbers are there to be changed in terms of ranking. They're just numbers to me. On their given day, any team can cause problems to the other. Over here, as we can see, Anirudh Thapa causing all sorts of problems to the Kyrgyz Republic.
They're starting to find some space now. Ernest Zirgalbek. Anwar with the defending. In comes help from Alexander. This one has some curl on it, and Gurpreet just went up for it but knew that it would just go out. Maybe just fingertips on that. Corner's been given.
Gurpreet wanted a goal kick as he moved his hands away, but he didn't. The replay clearly states so. Referee's got a good eye. Corner.
Good little period of dominance, the last 5-6 minutes for the Kyrgyz Republic. Just letting India know they are in this game. They've defended and they've gone past those opening few minutes, like you always have to do when you're away from home, in front of a packed crowd that is only backing one side. Taken short, Ali Kulov. Wonderful turn past Changte. He'd know a thing or two about that. And for half a second, there were some worries about what decision will be given.
That's a brilliant turn by Ali Kulov. Great first touch. Changte, as you mentioned, is aware of the same turns. He's done that in the past. Another corner for Kyrgyz Republic over here now.
In comes the ball, and Ernest touch caused all kinds of confusion inside the box. Eventually goes out of play via Akhmatov.
Kyrgyz Republic have been piling on the pressure to the Indian team. Great flick on from the first post as well, and almost gets a touch towards the goal.
It was from a corner situation that they got their equalizer against Myanmar. Cannot switch off in international football. Stimac talks about it all the time. You might be winning and doing very well in the domestic leagues. So many Kyrgyz players have also come into this on the back of fantastic seasons. But when it is about international football, the pace is different. The pressure especially is different. The mentality is different.
And the higher you go, the more aware, the more ready you have to be. The pace is different, as you've just mentioned as well. You have to be on your A game throughout the 90 minutes or more.
Once again, Brandon calculating, plotting and planning the distances. This one too far out for a shot. Not known for power, Brandon, known for direction and angles and the curl on the ball that he can apply. Sends it in towards Sandesh Jhingan! Squeezes it past Tokotaev! And India get the lead! A clever free kick, and Sandesh Jhingan was there. Usually scores with his head, but this time with his foot, and it is 1-0 to the home side.
Brandon Fernandes on the ball, and what a ball it is. Sandesh Jhingan finds himself in space and puts the ball in the bottom corner, beating the Kyrgyz Republic keeper. Brilliant understanding between Sandesh Jhingan and Brandon Fernandes. Brandon Fernandes coming in to the starting 11 and showing why he's going to be in that starting 11.
So India take the lead in this tough game, and it comes from a set piece. There have been demands as to what Stimac's side can do from a dead ball situation, and they have provided an opener.
And a brilliant opener at that. Great set piece routine.
5 goals for Sandesh Jhingan now in Indian colours. Begzan. Shukurov, did he go down? Referee immediately says no. Now that will add to the confidence Now to go on and get the second goal, the third goal. It's not about 1-0, it's about also putting on a show. The flares are out as well.
Not just a show, I also feel a one-goal lead is never enough. It could get dangerous. Yes, we know India just need a draw. But another goal, as you said, doesn't hurt.
Wonderful to watch the routine workout. Almost seemed like it was straight from the training pitch. You know more, Robin, in terms of how set pieces are defined and decided. If we get one from this distance, from this angle, this is what we do. And it's not easy to always pull it out in a match situation.
The place of the free kick was a bit far off, as you also mentioned before, to maybe go direct. We know Brandon Fernandes is known to give that ball supply. And what a ball did he supply to Sandesh Jhingan. When you have your centre-backs who've stepped up, that's what you get, a set-piece routine.
Alexander down the right. Akash Mishra has been on to him. Alexander again, Zirgalbek. Suresh trying to find a gap, wins a throw-in.
Suresh has been looking very confident on the ball, tried to get a nutmeg there again, ends up with a throw-in. Another midfielder that you'll always find there, whether it's on the ball or getting the ball off the opponent so his team can build an attack.
There's the flick from Chetri. Jeekson. Two red shirts were onto him. Thapa trying to win it back. Shukurov rides that challenge.
In terms of Kyrgyz Republic at the moment, they need a win tonight with going a goal down. I feel that the only way up is going in an all-out attack, and the quicker you go, maybe you can get that equalizer.
Has to risk it. Krestinen. So much experience with one country, with one national setup, and taking nothing away from him. He's got the club, the country, into the Asian Cup next year. But at the same time, 10 years, one wonders whether tactics can get stale. A new generation is coming through. An approach has to be refreshed.
From both ends, from the coaches and the players as well. Your country produces a certain type of player, but then you also have talents, exceptional talents, that are also grown as they grow older. And I'm sure Kyrgyz Republic and the coaches will want some of those on their side.
Chetri chasing down every ball that goes forward. Just putting some pressure on Tokotayev to release that quickly, which he did. Magomed for Alexander. Zirgalbek does well. Suddenly room to navigate through. Pritam Kotal with the defending. Positioning was immaculate. Akash Mishra is so solid, not just going forward, but even at the back.
The whole Indian squad, to be fair, the only person present up front was Sunil Chetri. There was a compact midfield alongside a very, very tight defensive unit.
Akhmatov and Sunil Chetri in disagreement. Magomed. Space down the left for Bekzan. Here's the cross in towards Ernest. Only one man in the box. Zirgalbek now with the recovery. It's got Akash Mishra to deal with. Manages to squeeze that ball in. Shukurov. Jhingan goes up. Bekzan. Jhingan up again. An air ball. And then cleared away by Jeekson.
Another spell of pressure coming from the Kyrgyz Republic side. The first cross, if I want to go back to it, just maybe needed a little bit more care. There was only one man present in the box. And then Sandesh Jhingan present there. He's ever present with his height, making sure nothing gets past him.
Flag had gone up, in fact. Breaks for Magomed. Shukurov, lots of space and time in that attacking third, and Ernest just couldn't bring that under control. Too quick for him.
Akash Mishra present there again to cancel that out, that attack out.
It's just about what the Kyrgyz Republic can do now. They found out that they probably can't get past Akash Mishra as often as they'd want to. They forced a foul from Pritham Kotal, so there might be a gap and an opportunity there. And through the middle, there has been space.
There's been space through the middle, as we just saw there. Pritham Kotal's on a yellow. Chante hasn't been back there, if I may say, defending much. That could be an idea that the Kyrgyz Republic might want to look at.
They have a free kick though, could have easily been an advantage. Magomed with a quick restart. Peksan past Chante. Peksan went for the shot, it seems. Brandon back there defending. Here's Erbol. Decent touch. Erbol again. Akash and Suresh quickly onto him.
But the Indian team's been doing very well to soak up this pressure. Everyone's on their defensive duties.
Shukurov. Strong ball inside. Erbol now. Akhmatov.
Wayward shot by Akhmatov. He had options present on his right. From the Kyrgyz Republic side, they have to keep building onto this pressure and take advantage, just like India did with this ball. Brandon's ball, very well timed. Sandesh's run, very well timed, and a composed bottom corner finish by Sandesh Jhingan. First goal since 2017, if I'm not wrong.
Chhetri had the time to control that. Needs a call though from those around him. What are the half-time team talks going to be like?
From India's perspective, they've been doing well with their defensive duties, but I think they need a lot more into attack. The likes of Chante need to be involved a lot more. The likes of Brandon, yes, he's been involved from a set piece, but the open play routines are needed as well. From Kyrgyzstan, so apologies, Kyrgyz Republic, they've got nothing to lose. 1-0 down at the break. Go all out, risk it all.
Mahesh, we might see him. Lots of praise from Stimac after he came on in the previous game for his debut. Surprised him, is what he said. Chante. And it is that maturity from the new players coming into the setup that he wants, for them to take to international football with the ease that they come into club football as well, to replicate that on this stage. Cheekson. That one just went out. Two minutes added on. It's been a half where both teams initially just trying to break each other. Then that one moment from Sandesh Jhingan And then, of course, a spell of pressure from the Kyrgyz Republic. But that's what you have to do. You have to ride the storm once in a while, isn't it, Robin?
I completely agree. You got to ride the storm, ride the wave, absorb the pressure, and India's done that very well in these closing 15 to 20 minutes of the first half.
Sirkalbek trying time and again, just not allowed the room. Whether it is Anwar, whether it is Akash, whether it is Suresh onto him.
The Indian team has done their defensive duties very well. The likes of Anwar Ali, Akash, Sandesh Jingan as well, making sure no air ball goes through. And Pritam Kotal on the other side, yes, he's on a yellow card, but he's kept the wingers for Kyrgyz Republic quiet as well.
Over the top once more towards Chhetri. Brought it down. I think shade of a handball, is it? Or was he backing into his man?
Handball by Sunil Chhetri over there. The referee has made sure that every little thing's been given. Does that? There's been no fluidity to the game.
Not long to go in this half. But just in terms of an overall report of how India have done, what are your first thoughts and your first impressions?
It's been a cagey affair. The Indian defence has 100%, or if I may say, done their duties, defensive duties very well. Sunil Chhetri will want to get on the ball a lot more. And I'm sure in the second half, they'll want the same. And a lot more ball supply for Sunil as well.
And so at half-time, Sandesh Jingan's first goal in 6 years means that India take a 1-goal lead against their higher-ranked opponents, Kyrgyz Republic. And of course, Kursanin will have things to say. And Jingan, however, will come back out with a lot more confidence. We await the second half at the Kuman Park. These are the numbers. India with a little more off the ball. The shots on target are what were the defining factor. Just the one yellow card. Corners are equal. But all in all, there is room for more goals and more entertainment. Manipur demands, and India will surely demand more from this side. Welcome back to the Kuman Lampak. India are in the lead against the Kyrgyz Republic. A Sandesh Jingan goal means it is 1-0 to the home side. The Kyrgyz Republic have made a couple of changes. Akhmedov and Christian are on. Erbol and Kozubayev are off. But now it is time for India to ride some pressure, maintain the lead, and probably entertain these fans in Manipur a lot more. They were vociferous in the half-time as we were treated to a rendition of Waka Waka, that popular football song, isn't it?
A great half-time performance. Over here in Imphal, the crowd's been brilliant. The half-time performance have been brilliant. The football has been great. It could be better. India will want to do better. Kyrgyz Republic will want to do better and get on the score sheet as soon as possible.
Yeah, there is a trend that builds, and that trend is that when you take your club form and you put it in place in your international setup. Brandon, the assist king, with another created goal for Sandesh Jingan, who usually always scores his box from those set-piece situations. It was wonderful to see them talk as well just before that set-piece, discuss that this is exactly what we are going to do, and then do it, not just for the colours of their club, but for their country as well. That replication, Robin, is so important. The fact that it is happening is also heartening. Meanwhile, Zirgalbek with a wonderful ball in, but Gurpreet quickly saw the angle of that.
As you were saying, Pulasta, the club form coming onto the national side, starting with Brandon's assist, the communication that Sandesh Jingan and Brandon showed us led to the goal. As a striker or as a player present on the pitch on set pieces, sometimes you can smell it. I'm sure Sandesh Jingan could see it, felt that this is his opportunity to get on the score sheet for India.
And that's where the likes of Changte come in. What he does for Mumbai City, whether he can do that for India. But before that, a lot of defending. Kyrgyz Republic going all out. Alikulov. Oh, Ernest left it. You've got to hit that.
That was a brilliant opportunity for Ernest. No communication, don't leave it. Basic strikers understanding.
Akash Mishra. Thapa fouled by Magomed. The referee was right there, a few meters away.
This was the opportunity. As a striker, whenever you're present in the box, your winger's done very well to give it to you. If you haven't got a communication, do not leave it. As a number 9, from a number 9, do not leave it if you're not told to.
Jingan on the ball. Changte, that was slightly clumsy, but Alikulov plays the advantage. Zirgalbek, Gurpreet save, and then Sandesh Jingan's body just taking it out of play. First big tester for the big man, and he responds.
Brilliant football there by Kyrgyz Republic, aware where his players are, first time ball through. But you have to give credit to Gurpreet, present there, strong, and Sandesh Jingan with their chest towards a corner. Strong hands from Gurpreet, leading to a corner for Kyrgyz Republic. Pressure building up again on India.
Already 3.5 minutes gone in this second 45. They've flown past us. That's a dangerous ball towards the far post, and Sandesh Jingan defends. Ernest and Chetri. I wonder what he was thinking and who he was looking for.
Great ball floated in. Ernest over here tried to find his teammate, but then again a lack of communication between Pritham and Sunil Chetri over, leading to another corner.
Sets up the crossing opportunity. Sandesh Jingan's defending. And then the attempt from the new man on Akhmedov, but what a fast start from the Kyrgyz Republic this is.
Great start from the Kyrgyz Republic, but speaking of composure, that's where you needed it again. You had your big men present in the box from a set piece. And speaking of big men, Sandesh Jingan went up, spoke to Brandon, brilliant ball in, and a bottom corner finish, giving India that 1-0 lead.
Here they come again, and Gurpreet flying out, and much appreciated by Imphal. And that is what you want as footballers. Not just the attacks to be appreciated, but also for all the defence to be applauded. No shortage of that ambience here.
No shortage at all. The crowd has been there behind India, but has also been there when there's a great move